everybody and welcome back to my channel. So please don't be alarmed by my title. This video isn't going to be as harsh as it sounds or as horrific. It's just a few things that either I've been asked through questions on my social media or in real life, or things that I've observed on my own that I believe causes your makeup to not look as good as you want it to be. So this isn't a lecture. This isn't anything you're doing wrong. This is just me giving a bit of, I suppose I'd say, eye-opening advice, but I feel like that's a bit narcissistic. But yeah, I just want to give a few tips and, well, not tips and tricks, but a few tad bits of information to help you improve your makeup, how your makeup looks and how, yeah, your view on makeup really. So we'll just jump straight into it. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want some more. So just to begin this, I'm gonna say that I'm not an expert on makeup. I haven't done any courses or anything. This is all just purely what I've learned. I've done makeup since I was little, and that's my experience really, just doing it myself. So you can take my advice, you can not, do whatever you want with this. So the first reason why your makeup might not look as good as you want it to is because you may be mixing different makeup products that do not bond well together. I'm not a complete expert on this topic. There are a few bits I know and a few bits I'm still unsure of that happen to me. When you have a few products, so let's say you've got some water-based products, or you've got some silicone-based products, or you've got dewy makeup, you've got matte makeup, sometimes meshing them together don't go very well at all. Like, for example, when I use my hyaluronic acid and I use my moisturising SPF, and then I go in with my water-based elf primer, and then in with a full coverage, like medium to full coverage concealer, I notice like a bit of peeling, especially around this area. My products begin to peel, and that's not just necessarily because of the products either. That could just be because I didn't wait long enough for my base products to settle in, or could be anything. There are a few products that just do not mesh well together. Let's say you've got the water based product and you're trying to mesh it with something that doesn't go well with it, then like it won't stay on your skin well, or sink in, or like it will tend to make your, like, let's say your concealer, it will crease very easier. So that's just something to watch out on. You can watch other videos, you can look them up. I just learned majority of mine through practice. So like I said, with my elf primer and with my SPF and hyaluronic acid, I know that I can't do that anymore because it always causes my concealer to like peel off my face. So yeah, it's just trying to get used to the ropes, learning what's good for your skin, especially if you're an oily, because I'm an oily gal. So if you have an oily face, if you have a combination skin, it's all just down to products. So on to the next one. This is a pet peeve of mine. Whenever I see it, I get annoyed. But the next reason why your makeup may not look good is because you may be trying to follow these hacks you see on social media, but not just like any hacks where it's like you put tape on your eye and like you put eyeshadow against it and tear it off. Not those sort of hacks. I mean the ones where it's like, don't contour your nose like this, but do it like this. And it is absolutely wrong as soon as you see that, because to put it bluntly, in terms of makeup, I'll say structure, it is not a one size fits all sort of thing. And I don't mean it as in one person can't use this product because of this and that. We all have different facial structures and different eyes and noses. What may work for one person may not work for another. So, you know, you get those TikToks where it's like, or like I said, with the nose contour, they say, don't contour your nose like this, contour it like this. It may work for them and it may be good for them, but it doesn't mean it will be good for you. So, like what I said about the products and testing, like trying to find the good combination, this is also where you would need to learn how to do makeup to suit your face. The main one you'd see this for is like your bronzer and your blush. Depending on where you put your bronzer and your blush is based on your face shape. So for me, I have like a heart shaped face. So I tend to, you can see it here, I tend to go up here. I put my bronzer in my cheekbones, a hollow, the blush just on top here, and then bring it both round to here-ish to round it out. Now, somebody, let's say, with a circular face may not do the same because it will look completely different and possibly even odd on their face. Or let's say the main one I see is eyeliner. Obviously, of course, depending on if you have hooded eyes or if you don't have hooded eyes is how you do your eyeliner. But at the end of the day, everybody can have eyeliner, even if you have really, really hooded eyes. But depending on how your eyes are, depends on how, I wouldn't say how you should do your eyeliner, but how best suits you. So I know that my eyes, they're two different shapes. So the way I do this eye is different to how I do this eye. So this eye comes lower and I drag it out a bit, whereas this eye slits slightly higher because one eye is round, whereas my other eye is slightly more almondy. So it's like what I say, it's just learning your way around your facial structures and going off around that. That's the exact same with shades and colours. Through my years of dance, we always had to wear a red lip, and I used to despise it because I felt like I looked like a clown. But looking at me now, I'm wearing a red lip. But that's not because I've grown into it as an adult, it's because I've learned my undertone, like my colouring, which is another thing. Your undertone and your colouring should give an indication on what shades suit you best. So for me, a brighter red lip would not suit me. Darker tones of red lips like this shade suit me more than a bright red. And you can say that about bronzer. You can either go cool toned or like I'm having a mind blank what the other one is. Cool toned or warm tone. I think that's it. But yeah, it's just, I keep repeating myself, it's annoying. But it's just learning for you, learning your body, learning how to go about with your face, really. So the next one we all, I hope, know about, and the third reason why your makeup may not look how you want it to is because of filters, textures and false advertising. A little anecdote: when I was first getting into makeup when I was little, I stole some foundation from my mum and tried to put it on, but I thought that it was a really bad product because it looked streaky and it looked odd on my face. I looked bubbly. Not bubbly, but like textured. So at that point I was like, this isn't good, I won't use it anymore. But the thing is, with makeup, it will not give you a filtered look in real life. You will not be able to put a filter on your face in real life. Everybody has texture. Makeup doesn't make it go away. Makeup doesn't make your eye creases go away. And I really don't know how the industry has made us believe that makeup can make everything disappear, but it can't, unfortunately. I say unfortunately, it's not unfortunate, it's part of life. On camera especially, I don't know if you can see it with my face, I've got quite a bit of texture, especially here, and I get a bit quiet under my eyes. But depending on how good your camera is, it may not be able to pick up on all of that. So on camera, people may look more smooth. Like makeup will look more vibrant and more perfect, but that's not realistic, especially with how the industry has been falsely advertising a few things. So like with mascara and with foundation you see it a lot, and with primer, like the pore thinning primers, it's what they are advertised to do aren't what happens. And you think that it's because the product is bad, but it's not. It's because that's just the way your skin is, and it's not a bad thing at all. It's just we've been brainwashed to believe that your skin needs to be as smooth as possible. And of course, with lighting, depending on the lighting that you have, changes the way that you look and your makeup. So you can see with the difference in lighting. So if you go in front of the window, you're going to look brighter, but your makeup's going to look a bit more airbrushed. But if you sit in front of a ring light, it's going to look more shadowed and slightly more harsh. But if I turn off my ring light here, it doesn't look the way it did a second ago. You see, it looks muddy, you can't really see the green and the brown, and then my cheeks now look like I have contour to hell. Which wasn't how it looked like when my ring light was off. So after all of that, I only have one more, and the reason why your makeup may not look like you see online is because of practice, and practice makes perfect. Not that you can ever be perfect. Wait, let me rephrase it actually. The more you practice, the more you're going to find the style and a technique in what you feel comfortable in and what you suit. And trends will come and trends will go, and it's going to be different continuously. Like, I've been through so many phases and it changes all the time. And even now, like, even though I have my YouTube and my TikTok and my Instagram, I am still not a great makeup artist. If you look at this picture from 3 years ago to a picture I posted this past, say, month, there is a big difference. However, people will still think this one, there's an improvement, but it's still not probably as great as you see on social media, and that's not including all the editing that people do. I've seen that a lot, especially people who have like 70k that edit all their photos, and it's a shame because people they don't see it and it goes past their heads, or they choose to ignore it. Yeah, it's just, honestly, it's practice, and the more you practice, the more you're used to it, the more you learn, the more you get to experience different techniques, different things, and it's just very exciting learning something new. So that's everything I sort of have today. I didn't really have anything prepared. It was just a bit of a rant, like a verbal vomit. Yeah, so just to summarize really quickly, first one is different textures and formulas in products. Second one is following hacks that aren't actually a one size fits all, and like skin tones and undertones, we're not all the same person, everything will not suit one person or 3 people. Third is lighting, textures, and false advertising. You will get textures, you can't get rid of that. You will still see your creases, they do not disappear. And then just practice, just playing around. So that is all from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I didn't want to come across as mean, but I just thought with some people who might want to get into makeup that it's best to let everyone know from the beginning that you're not going to be something that's unrealistic. But I hope you, even if you don't, take what I said and yeah, just have a little think about what you see and have a little play around with makeup. Just try to enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe and to like this video if it helped you out. Comment if there's anything else that you can think of, because this is just what I thought of at the top of my head. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!